Hello, I'm Jashykins, and welcome to another little vlog review, this time of the American Horror Story episode, Tupperware Party. The summary for this episode is: in the wake of a tragic loss, Jimmy sinks into a drunken despair. A reading from Maggie spurs Dandy to action. Stanley and Elsa track down the twins. Now, one of the scenes that I think sort of highlights what the theme of this season is when Jimmy is kicked out of the Tupperware party. You know, we have seen him do the same thing earlier, where he's basically used as a sex machine with his amazing hands. And then Dandy comes up and they're like, "Oh, hey, hi. Oh, your car broke down. Oh, that's not suspicious at all." And then he kills all of them. The pool is filled with blood. And they're in it. Yeah. And the theme is that everyone seems to trust Dandy more, even though he's a psycho killer. He killed his mom. He killed the Avon lady. He killed those women at the Tupperware party. That's concerning. But since Dandy looks normal, it's, oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Oh, it's okay. How dangerous could he really be? Because he looks normal, because he's not a freak. And everyone judges the freaks more than they do Dandy. It's like, oh, the freaks are, you know, walking down the street, oh my god, the world's ending. And the sad thing is, in the real world, people do discriminate. They discriminate based on skin color. They discriminate based on sexuality. They discriminate which religious garbs you wear. They discriminate on a whole large scale. And like, if you're different, you are judged immensely. And yeah, I had like 0 friends in elementary school, high school, and I think I didn't have really any enemies either. I was sort of just like there, and I guess I might have got picked on a few times, but I was just not really a presence because, you know, different. So I think I have some mental disabilities myself, and I think watching this whole season that's basically about people hate you if you're different but you're still a good person thing, that's why I think I'm loving this season. And Dandy is so fucking creepy, and whenever he's like gets alone with someone, it's like, this isn't going to end well. And I loved when Dandy's scene with the lady's daughter and he's like, oh, I killed them, blah blah blah. And it's like, when someone tells you that, don't. It's like, you fucking run. You do whatever, you just leave. And of course, when the police officer came over with the daughter, she's like, oh, you know, he did it, he's a killer. And you know, the police officer could tell that something was going wrong, that he was a psycho guy, but then it's like, oh, I have money. I was like, oh, I'm killing this bitch. Because Dandy is normal looking and he has things to offer, so people trust. But I think if maybe the freaks got a whole shitload of money, people would start trusting them more. And Jimmy got arrested because, long story short, Dandy blamed it on Jimmy. And he is a police officer, from what I was just talking about. And should Jimmy have been arrested? He didn't commit the crime, but then again, Jimmy murdered a police officer, and not at a point when they had to. And even if maybe the police officer could live and there would be no violence. And then he was trying to play evidence as strong man, killed the policeman, and the strong man figured this out and blamed it on Meep. So Jimmy is responsible for Meep's death. So Jimmy isn't all this sunshine and ponies, or puppies or whatever. And so he does have some wrongs to definitely pay for. However, I admit he should be punished. No, not get away scot-free, but Dandy is walking away. Dandy is walking away from murders he could have been blamed for. People could have figured out that Dandy's the bastard. So I think that's what's more concerning to me. It's like, oh, let's talk about the morality of this, or fucking God, Dandy's getting away with shit again. A nice peaceful scene after that horror is Bed and Dot do make up. They do say that, Dot, I believe the one who's the more pragmatic one, finally admits that, yeah, I didn't want you to die, but I just wanted to be free so badly that your death seemed like a good price. Sorry. And Dot was like, yeah, if one of us had to go, I would. And then they start telling stories about, sisterly stuff. And then later, when they go back to the camp, they talk to Jimmy, and Betty's like, yeah, I can just go away for a little bit so you two could be alone. So it's like, Betty was even going, yeah, I'll just leave now as much as I can. So I am really liking them bonding and them making up. It was really, really sweet. And then they're holding hands, since, they don't have their own right and lefts. They have to use the same, so I was like, nice. And my final thoughts of the American Horror Story episode Tupperware Party Massacre. It was good. I really am enjoying this expansion of the character of Dandy. When we first met him, he was just this fucking brat. And then as he's getting more evil, he's getting more fun to watch. And I think that's just because he's more focused. And for me at least, when a character is more focused, when a character knows what they want, they're more fun to watch. Yeah. And I have been Jashykins owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. If you want to go to my blog, you can see vlog reviews like this. I got my Mockingjay Part 1 review out. And of course it's spoiler free. Of course my random reviews tend to be short. But I will probably make other posts expanding on random topics. And yeah, I like having the one review to cover, the important facts, and then I've made I think 2 or 3 posts covering stuff about the Hunger Games series, so yeah. Yay! And if you go on my blog, on the sidebar thing, you can see where else I'm on the web and say hi. And also, I have a little dragon I'm raising. It's in its hatchling stage, and just found out it's a girl, so yay! And if you would like to name it, you can go on my blog and you can see where to go to name it, and also benefits of naming it, which is really advertising on the blog. You know, for a short time, rules and stuff are on the sidebar thingy underneath her. So, you know, have fun naming it. And if you're on the watching this on YouTube, in the description is a link to donate your account. If you donate your Twitter and or Facebook accounts to my campaign, thank you very much. And until next video, goodbye. Oh, there's the button.